What I want to say, first of all, before I get into this, is that there's nothing that can be done to stop this. This digital dollar, this cashless society, whether it's a global society or just a national society, it's still nothing that can be done about it. It's coming. So why it's going to change everything? There's several points that I'm going to touch on this show. And it's not to induce fear or get you to freak out. It's to inform you. Because if you're informed, you can make informed decisions. And that's really what it's all about, right? So with that being said, United States, the Federal Reserve, they're working on a digital dollar. What does that mean? It's going to be what they call a stable coin or some kind of federal government coin, crypto. It's very similar to Bitcoin, but unlike Bitcoin, where it's decentralized and these other currencies, these cryptocurrencies are that cryptographic, private in a lot of ways. What we're going to see with this United States Fed coin or USD coin or whatever they end up calling it, this digital dollar that's going to be dropping in the United States very soon, we're going to see that there's going to be no privacy with it. None whatsoever. So, number one, why the digital dollar will change everything? Because you're going to have a complete loss of personal financial privacy. 100%. You can pay in cash. Now, those who are private are still going to barter and exchange. And that's why those who know are snatching up as much as gold and silver as they can. Because we're not going to be stuck in this digital dollar. We're not. It's not going to happen. We're private. We have knowledge. We have private structures. Dang it. But through the application process of this digital dollar, it's going to be the complete loss of personal financial privacy. 100% transparent transactions, what you bought, what you sent, when you bought it, when you sent it, who did you send money to. They already got us used to it. You just think about it. PayPal, payments, Venmo, Cash App. And if you look at it, a lot of these policies that are implemented in steps. There's little steps, little baby steps, just to get to the overall goal, the overall point. So that's why. First thing, how digital dollar will change everything, complete and total loss of personal financial privacy. 100%. Think about it. You got security hacks. And, you got the SWIFT payment system being hacked. There's so many different cyber attacks happening. There's going to be a campaign. It's going to be a marketing campaign with regards to how secure this Fed coin or Fed wallet or whatever this system is. It's going to be a media marketing campaign. Mark my words. And we're going to be subject to security hacks. It's going to be worse than identity theft. They're going to be able to sweep your account, your net worth, an entire history of transactions will be exposed. They're going to be talking about, they're already talking about it, just pay attention. They're going to be talking about who has the right to see your full wallet and your full history and who doesn't. They'll type in your wallet address, right? And it'll come up and they'll be able to search through your entire transaction history from start to finish, years and years and years, pull up individual and group transactions within seconds, your entire digital financial life and footprint, easily accessible at any time, anytime. We may see legislation to push back the statute of limitations to make it longer, to catch criminals. We need more time to catch these criminals. It's going to be a crazy, crazy situation. Say you sell a car, but you agreed to pay a lower price than the market. And the seller agreed to sell the car to you for a lower price than, like, what we call it, Kelley Blue Book. Say Kelley Blue Book says the car is worth $5,000. And y'all negotiate the transaction to sell the car at $2,000. Right? So through that negotiation, you saved $3,000 on the value of the car. But through the negotiation, maybe you figured out that there was an issue with the car or something like that. So this $5,000 car is sold for $2,000. At any time, they can pass legislation to make it illegal to sell a car or sell anything for lower than the market price, because if you sell anything for the lower than the market price, you reduce the taxable amount of the transaction. So let's say, hey, it's illegal to sell anything lower than the market price. Maybe you think you're cool. You're like, oh, I'm cool. That was 5 years ago. And then they pass legislation say, hey, we're going to say we go back 5 years and check and see if anyone has broken this law, if anybody's a criminal, and they see your transaction. And they don't know that there was something wrong with the vehicle, something wrong with the car, and that's why there was a reduction. The computer just sees, the artificial intelligence, y'all, just sees that at this time it was this car at this year with this miles. It was worth $5,000. 5 years ago, it was sold for $2,000. That's a $3,000 discrepancy. So that's a penalty on top of interest and penalties for the past 5 years, and then they immediately withdraw it from your Fed coin wallet. What if you got rent to pay? What if you had to get some food? What if one of your family members had an emergency, a medical emergency, and you borrowed them money, and suddenly you look at your Fed coin wallet and it's negative $5,000, and you're like, what's going on? So you call the number, you get a stupid robot. You can speak to me in complete sentences. And you're like, what happened to my wallet? And it just tells you, because it's a stupid robot, it just tells you your balance of your wallet, the transaction. When you know the balance of your wallet, you pushing zero trying to get to a human. You can't get to a human. Where is my Fed coins? I got to pay rent. I got to buy food. It says negative $500 or $5,000 in there. Why does it say negative $5,000? And I got my check direct deposit coming in a couple days, which means I'm finna lose my whole check. It's going to change everything. This digital dollar is going to change. You understand? I hope y'all feel what I just said. It's a possibility. This could be hyperbole. I could be just tripping, but I could be absolutely on the right track as well. You made more on the sale. You paid less on the sale, so you paid more on the sale. You paid more on the sale. They go and adjust your Fed coin accounts, and then they charge you interest and penalties and fees, and make your Fed coin wallet go negative. And the big thing is, we're going to help the unbanked, those who don't have bank accounts. There's a reason why people don't have bank accounts. They don't trust the system. Immediate. Another reason why digital dollar will change everything. It's an opportunity for immediate inflation. I don't know if y'all hear where the Federal Reserve is saying that they're looking for inflation to, quote, run hot, end quote. Run hot, which means they want it above 2%, and they're trying to push their levers and stuff to get inflation in the United States above 2%. With the Fed coin wallet, they won't need to do anything besides click a button and a mouse, and immediately it's over 2% inflation. And you'll see it by you having less in your Fed wallet. They can do it immediately, just like that. There can be immediate taxation of wealth and income, immediate IRS penalties, fees, and income, immediate taxation on your wealth through your Fed coin wallet. All they got to do is just put it negative. Because what you understand is when you have this Fed coin wallet, it is a liability. They're going to make you apply for it. You're going to have to fill out an application. They're going to want all of your information. They're going to want to verify your identity. They're going to get you into this minimum contact with this Fed coin wallet or whatever they call it, this digital dollar, whatever they call it. You're going to sign the disclosures and whatnot, and you're going to be liable. You are going to be liable for this Fed coin wallet. And when it goes negative, that's a lien. It's going to be a lien on you. You personally. You're going to have your direct deposit going in there because you didn't start your own family business. You're working for someone else. They ain't trying to hear you. Hey, man, could you do me a favor? Yo, could you give me a check? And they're like, no, we trying to. They don't care. They don't care about you in their family business. They don't care if you're going to lose your whole check. You might lose your place. Stupid Fed coin wallet. Real implications. Immediate taxation. Immediately. All of a sudden there's some sort of audit and stuff. Boom. And let's say they say that you owe 60 G's, right? And they'll just bang your account negative 60 G's. So you look at your Fed coin wallet and it says negative minus sign 50, 000. Imagine the stress that would cause. How you would feel. Man, it's going to change the game. Strict controls on transfers outside the country, maybe even between state borders. Currency controls, capital controls. The Fed coin wallet, the digital dollar is going to make capital control so much easier. You have to fill out an application to take your money out the country, go on vacation, maybe even go to another state. You might need a waiver. Who knows? Fed coin wallet, baby. Digital dollar player. How about this, people? For those of y'all that work in the service industry and you make cash tips, I ain't finna tell on you. But if you smart, you don't claim all your cash on your income. Well, with a digital dollar, good luck with that. Good luck with having any type of privacy as far as to your income. I know a lot of waiters, barbers, hairdressers, people who, wash cars and stuff. They depend on cash a lot. A lot of cash doesn't get reported. The IRS, I don't remember what number they said, but the IRS has a report that specifically states that the use of cash costs the Internal Revenue Service millions and millions of dollars in lost revenue every single year because of cash transactions, unreported cash transaction. You think you're finna have an unreported digital dollar transaction, player? You think you're finna do that dance? Wobbly knees? And you flex your ankles out trying to do that dance. Flex them all the way out. Just roll them. You're finna roll your ankles trying to do that dance. Imagine that. This digital dollar is going to change Everything. Federal Reserve said it's a priority. You think they're playing? You think they're playing? You think it's a game with the digital dollar? I don't think it's a game. I'm not even, hey. What about this? What about this concept? Expiring digital dollars. What does that mean? Expiring digital dollars, hey, if you don't spend them by a certain time, you lose them. They go poof. Or if you don't spend it by a certain time, you lose a certain portion of your digital currency. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? It sounds absolutely insane. I know it does. Wow, your boy's tripping. Go get your boy Sot. He's over there tripping. He over here. Look. Imagine that. And people would be like, man, Sot, I ain't finna get no digital dollar. I ain't finna get no wallet. Yeah, right. Okay. It's pretty much gonna be a have-to situation once it rolls out. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. Yeah, right. Good luck. Good luck with it. And how are they going to get everybody to do it? The same way China did it a couple years ago. They gave it away. They gave away money. They gave away coins. They gave away the country's crypto. Of course, you had to sign up for the wallet and give away all your information and privacy, but you got free money. And here we're going to see it with universal basic income. Mark my words. I hope I'm wrong. But the stimulus, the $1,200 to $600 to $800 checks, as far as I'm concerned, that's a test. And they're gonna, it's gonna roll out, and they're gonna say, "Oh, we need more, right?" And then one of those times they're gonna be like, "Well, we got, hey, we got too many implications. We got too many costs involved with this stimulus. We have too many things going on. So to save costs, to cut down on costs, to cut down on fraud, because people are stealing people's checks, people are stealing people's debit cards and taking their money. Elderly people are getting their stimulus checks stolen. The elderly people who can't fend for themselves. Disabled people are getting their checks and stimulus debit cards stolen. They depend on it. They can't eat. You got old people and disabled people in the street with dogs and cats because they can't get their stimulus checks. What we need to do, there's people who are unbanked. There are people who can't get bank accounts, don't want bank accounts, and they're struggling. Their people are starving. Their children are dying. So with all of these things going on, and we know that this is going to be a great undertaking, we're going to take it upon ourselves to let y'all know that the next rounds of stimulus are going to be exclusively Fed coin issues. We are working closely with banks and local Federal Reserve offices to facilitate the adoption on a scale that we know is cantankerous and difficult, to say the least. But I'm confident. You see, man, if I can make it up, they can make it up. They got people who write this stuff for them and went to college and stuff just to write speeches for people. They're gonna roll it out with universal basic income. There's gonna be the promise of free money. No one's gonna be, and they're gonna wait until people are really, it's really tight. It's tight now. I know it's tight for a lot of people now, but it's gonna get tighter for a lot of people, and it's gonna create the distance. Like for those who it's not tight for, and they figure it out and they start, cool. For those who aren't figuring it out, and they just can't figure it out. It's going to be such a far gap between, and it's just going to get larger and larger. And that's why they're prepping the population with the tax the rich, eat the rich and stuff, because there's going to be a lot of people who appear rich on the other side of this dance who technically aren't rich. But when you have nothing, even a little bit is a lot. It's something, you know? But these are things to think about. These are implications that we're going to be dealing with this Fed coin. It will change everything, y'all. And what's the remedy? Y'all know I don't come at you and freak you out without a remedy. The remedy is not depending on it. The remedy is if you do have to adopt the utilization of a Fed coin, because you will do it through a trust, do it through a contract trust account. Well, how you gonna do that? Look, my state, we already got trust accounts set up, checking accounts, brokerage accounts, so on and so forth. And it's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be nothing to just have those accounts accept Fed coin, or convert to Fed coin, or be both, because they're already established accounts. And see, what they're going to do is they're going to connect your Fed coin account with your personal checking account or whatever at first, and then they're just going to rock out from there. But if you already have a trust account, it's private, the private trust, it's got a checking account. I mean, I feel like you're pretty much good to go. Because that account is going to be able to accept checks and, cash, and as well as, USD coins, Fed coins, or whatever. So let the trust have a Fed wallet. Regardless of what is passed with legislation or any acts or something, you can't pass any law impairing the obligation of contract. They're just passing legislation with regards to currency. And, of course, currency is utilized through trust administration. But this arbitrarily availability of immediate taxation and immediate wage garnishment and immediate loss of personal and financial privacy, it doesn't exist when you're utilizing a trust structure, a private contract trust structure, because the private is on its way out. The public is locking down. Look around. The public is 100% locking down. And if we can't get in front of this, if we can't recognize what's happening and what's coming, it's going to be detrimental not only to us, but to those who depend on us, to our family, to our friends. And there's nothing more frustrating than the loss of rights and the loss of, being able to do something. I was, and now I'm not. There's a saying that you can't miss something that you never had. And there'll be a time where you can say, hey, I did have privacy or the ability to be private at one point in time, and, I just didn't take action, and now maybe it's too late. But don't let that be. I wouldn't let that be. I would email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com, and, see what's up with, trustee training. If you sign up for the email list, we got some dope stuff going on if you sign up for the email list. It's an email list exclusive. And, it's taking into consideration what's going on, the current times and whatnot, how things are happening, transpiring, and, these things, as far as I'm concerned, are important. It's important to understand what's going on, what's happening, what's coming, so you can do something to prepare for it, get out the way, put down extra reinforcements or something like that. But this digital dollar, it's coming. It's going to be no joke, and there are very serious negative implications. And I don't see any way out of having to utilize and transact in these digital dollars. But the only way I see out of completely losing your privacy to utilize these digital dollars and whatnot through a private contractual entity that has an account that has access to these types of funds, or a wallet that's connected to it, or however they're going to do it. That's what I would suggest. As far as what I see across the horizon, same thing I've been seeing for over 5 years, actually for about 10 years, is that the public is locking down, and it's going to get more and more difficult for us to, get these economic chains off of us. And we need private education We need to be informed, and we need the requisite knowledge to put in place the requisite action to protect ourselves, protect our families, and protect our wealth and the state from the predatory public municipalities, states, and revenue agents and agencies. To me, it's plain as day, 100% plain as day. But maybe to you it's not. And I just want to point it out. I just want to be, someone who is at least, trying to put people onto the game. I'm not trying to be one of them crazy people with a megaphone standing on the corner talking about the end is near and stuff like that. I want to be more realistic, less kind of loose looking, but also come with solutions. And as far as I'm concerned, I've dedicated my life's work to understanding contract law, trust law, commercial law, business law, private law, public law. And understanding how to use these different structures and these different jurisprudences of law to better position my family for multi-generational success. I know what it was like to grow up poor. It sucked, and I don't want that for any of my children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, nieces, nephews, and I don't want that for any of y'all's heirs, nieces, nephews, children, grandchildren. It was whack. But what's coming down this pipeline is nothing good. It's nothing what's up. And there's a profound, in my opinion, dysfunction in humans that we sit around and wait, don't recognize the change, think change never comes. It's always been this way. And then when we do realize the change, it's too late. There's nothing we can really do. And that's what I'm looking to avoid. I'm really looking to avoid that with as many people as I can. Not everyone's going to listen. It is what it is. We out here, competing with energies, low and high frequencies, and everyone's susceptible to them, at least in some manner. And not everyone is down to do the work. Not everyone is willing to be accountable. Not everyone is willing to see what's really happening. Because if you see what's happening and someone knows you, then you can be asked, well, why didn't you do anything? It's easy to be like, well, I didn't know. But that, to me, that's a lack of responsibility, and that desire to lack responsibility is detrimental. And it's not anything that we're doing to benefit those around us, to benefit our family, by benefiting ourselves. And that's the disservice that I see as being eternal, as being a blemish or mark on your spirit or your soul. And I'm not the one to judge, but that's just how I see it. And that's why I demonstrate and behave in the manner in which I demonstrate and behave. And I don't think it's enough for me to just get my affairs in order. I see and truly feel that it is partially my duty to help y'all get your affairs in order, to get your mind right, to get you understanding what real wealth is, understand what value is, really valuing your labor, your time, your life, energy on this earth that you will never get back. And directing that energy, that life, that labor towards your family, which will always be more significant than someone else's company. Some degree that you got from some university or some college or something. And not that I'm dismissing it, because for a lot of people that works. But it's very difficult to go get a degree and then come home to your family and utilize that degree primarily for your family's benefit. Quite naturally, most people acquire degrees and go work for an established company because they want to get money and start paying off that debt that they incurred to get the degree. And established companies usually don't exist in our families. We need to establish them and make them established. So I ain't talking nothing about the public school, but, the public school is a pipeline or multiple pipelines in how you look at it. But it's very rarely a pipeline to you going back home and setting up a family business and gritting and grinding for 5-10 years until it gets to popping. And then figuring out how to make this stand for multiple generations. That's a tall order. That takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of humility. It takes a lot of admitting, hey, I don't know. I wasn't taught. I didn't learn. Both sides of the coin. I wasn't taught and I didn't learn on my own. No one taught me on their own and I didn't learn on my own. And I must relearn and learn so many things. And then after I relearn and learn so many things, I have to move forward and put in a lot of work setting up trusts for my private estate, helping people understand what this means, and then showing and acting and demonstrating the actual knowledge that I have acquired through my study and application. Being put on Front Street. Everybody sees, hey, man, they over there doing something different, talking about it's private or something, talking about trust and stuff. Let's watch them, see if they mess up. Not caring, not even worrying about that. Doing your dance because you know what it is. You know what it's worth. No one's over there waking you up, telling you, hey, man, I believe in you and what you're doing every day. You got to provide that motivation for yourself. So this is not for everyone. It really isn't. But if you are concerned with what you see, when you look peer towards the future and anything that you see concerns you, I would say 9 times out of 10, the only way to address that will be with education and some type of restructuring of the way you do business and the way you live your life. But a lot of people don't want to do that. We humans, we creatures of habits. We humans, whatever. I do what I want to do, and I don't want to do that. Cool. It's starting to get real. So I'm gonna see in the next couple, like next year, 2 years, you're gonna see it's about to get real, and I'm about to pull back. We expanding the foundation. People are coming on. People are helping out. Things are getting set up to where I can start moving backwards, man. Because I know what's coming. I'm not trying to be all up in the front. People coming at me crying and screaming and telling me all these sob stories and stuff. I don't want to be the one to tell them it's too late. I was on High Frequency Radio Network for the better part of almost a decade. Yusuf was talking for triple that, quadruple that, and now y'all want to come at the last minute. And demand, in your lack of preparation and action, that I allowed that to constitute an emergency for me. It's not going to happen. It's not. So the reason why I say this is I'm telling y'all what's going down. I'm telling y'all what I see. I've been doing this long enough. You can go back to my old shows and see that I don't really make too many bad calls about future. And I ain't trying to scare you. I'm not trying to have you all freaked out. I'm not trying to make your anxiety pop off or anything like that. I'm just trying to put you on the knowledge, like put you on the game, like this is what it is. I'm just the guy like, hey, it looks like you don't know how to cross the street. You got to push that button and then wait for that light to go green. You can say, hey, thank you, or you can say, hey, don't tell me nothing. I'm grown. And do what you grown. You can do what you want to do, but you might get hit with a pack. So, that's what I got, y'all. That's why I feel the digital dollar will change everything. I don't see how it can't. This is my personal opinion. It's not legal advice, trading advice, anything type of advice. You know what I mean? But this is the way I'm looking at it. Obviously, I do have opinions on a lot of things. And I have strong opinions when it comes to what I consider to be overt threats and attacks on privacy. And if you ain't got nothing, if you ain't doing nothing wrong, you ain't got nothing to hide, that's a psychological trick. It's a warfare. Throwing shots at you psychologically, you gonna fall for it? It is what it is. But that's about what I got, y'all. I appreciate y'all, checking out the show. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. If you're a triple OG, super OG, shout out to the triple super OGs of the foundation. Shout out to the trustees. Shout out to all y'all, listeners, whatever. You know what I mean? Y'all my peeps. Y'all my true fam. All the reason why I do this. I love y'all, man. I want to see y'all doing your dance. It makes me happy to see you happy doing your dance. I like that vibe, you know what I mean? I don't like to be around sour pusses, angry, upset, resentful people. I move around, man. I get little. I go midget. I'm out of here. So, hey, that's what I'm looking to create what I like. And I understand in order to do that, I like to be around my people too. So maybe that's a big endeavor, and I'm down. I ain't never scared. But I can only, make the first move, reach out, make the offer. Y'all got to accept it. So, if that means anything to you, you know what I'm saying? If whether it's energetic or emotional or something, if you catching anything right now, I invite you to email me. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Let's chop it up. Closed mouth does not get fed. And definitely sign up for the email list. Otherwise, you're missing out. You're like, what? What did I miss? No one knows. They ain't going to tell you. So I appreciate y'all, really. Like I said, we got the Discord server, if you know what that is. If you're interested, secretary@welcometothefoundation.com. Same thing with the Clubhouse. I was on that joint for like 6 hours straight last night. I really like Clubhouse. I like how it was going. Maybe not forever, but at least for now, I'm on Clubhouse. And, the sister Christina does Let's Talk Tuesdays, and she said that, I can be the guest for a while. So that's what I'm doing every Tuesday before the, Tuesday, the day before the show, on Wednesday. I'm going to be on Clubhouse, chopping it up. I'm going to have topics. Sometimes just going to be sitting there not saying nothing. No, I'm just playing. But we're going to be engaging, and, I'm trying to, spread out, grow the foundation, scale it, and, branch out to other platforms because they are locking down, y'all. And I'm not trying to be dependent on YouTube, Blog Talk, Clubhouse, Facebook, Instagram, not one spot to get y'all this information. So with that being said, you want to invite to the Discord, secretary@welcometothefoundation.com. If you want to do the dance with Clubhouse, secretary@welcometothefoundation.com. I think we got a couple invites for Clubhouse, but you got to have an Apple phone. You got to have an iPhone. I'm going to say invite. You ain't got no iPhone and stuff. But like I said, secretary@welcometothefoundation.com. You will be taken care of. You looking for consultation? You want to get your business started, get your business credit. You want to understand more about trust. You want to understand more about some things as your operating agreement and what are the specific nuances to, classifying your LLC properly and all these different things. Just book a consultation. admin@welcometothefoundation.com, or you can go to welcometothefoundation.com and book it straight from the website. Make sure you grab, the Foundation Trust Primer, the Foundation Trust Series, Part 1 through 3, Part 1, 2, and 3, as well as, the Foundation Passport No Social, Part 1 and 2. That's what we got offering on the website right now. Everything else, you got to contact us. There's no way you can go to the website and just sign up for trustee training, and that's on purpose. You know what I'm saying? It is the way it is. There's a method for most things over here at the foundation. But, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, we growing, and hopefully it's showing. I'm trying to think. Should I take some calls? We got about 3 minutes left in the broadcast. If you're listening online, you're going to want to call in. Otherwise, you will be disconnected. The calling number is 563-999-3625. 563-999-3625. Otherwise, you will be cut off, disconnected, bounced, ejected, Blair. It'll be a rap rizzle for you. I'm trying to think, man. Should I take a call? I see y'all in the caller, hands up and stuff. I'm debating. Y'all, I don't know if you noticed, but I'll be trying to get off, be out. But I'll take a couple calls, man. I don't think I took any last show or the show before, or did I? Maybe I did. But anyways, y'all my peoples. So I trust you enjoyed the show first before I go to the calls. And once again, welcome to thefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list. And, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Trustee training. You want to book a consultation. And if you're interested in the Discord server, getting access to that, the Foundation Discord server, or, checking us out on Clubhouse, secretary at welcometothefoundation.com. About to do a silver giveaway. We're going to be giving away some silver, y'all. We're getting it figured out. But it's going to be predicated upon at least you only have to be a part of the Discord server, and you're going to have to be on the email list. There's going to be the 2 requirements. Trying to figure out how much silver. It's going to be at least an ounce of silver. Shipping included. You ain't going to have to pay nothing. But we're figuring out how we're going to do it. So, stay tuned. If you're looking to get your hands on a free ounce of silver, man, it's $28 an ounce now. $30, free money, man. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to be getting your hands on some free money, some free real money? Because y'all know silver and gold is free money. I'm not in the position to be giving away no gold. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to be throwing y'all some free silver. Like I said, at least an ounce. We're figuring it out. And we'll get that more information to you with regards to how we're going to be doing that and how we're going to be putting that down. But like I said, secretary at welcometothefoundation.com. Get on the Discord server. Link up with us on Clubhouse. Sign up for the email list at admin at welcometothefoundation.com, and then you won't have to worry about it. But for sure, those are going to be 2 minimum requirements with regards to this Foundation Real Money Silver giveaway. I know, 60 seconds. Why is she all out of my ear? Foundation Real Money Silver giveaway. I'm kind of geeked. Geeked. Because, I like winning free stuff. I like free stuff. I love it. So I'm assuming you love it too. But yeah, hey, you about to do that silver giveaway. Let me take it to the phone lines. I want to say peace to anyone that was on the Clubhouse last night and this morning with us. Shout out to to those that made it. We lost some on the way, but it was cool. But man, that Clubhouse dance is its own little beast. Man, she all in my ear. Y'all about to get cut off if you ain't called in. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the Clubhouse. Shout out to everybody that's joined the Discord server so far, man. I'm very, very humbled. But, with that being said, man, let's jump into these Fiznell and Kiznalls. How many calls am I going to take? I'm an eeny meeny, miny mony. Let me jump in here. 214, area code 214-2375. 2375. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace, so this Dante. How are you?
I'm well, fam. How you doing? What's good?
You're doing really well. I got some notices on that Clubhouse, and I'm kind of sad. But I had to, tap out way early. I had an all-night party.
Yeah, all night. It was in the morning and stuff. People fell off.
Yeah, it looked like it was bouncing on the Discord, too.
Yeah, the Discord was popping.
What? 126. Folks still commenting.
Uh-huh.
Well, I really am glad that you're expanding. I really do hope it catches fire because, again, in my experience, a few years later, like you're offering a damn fine product and you stand up by yours and support it. And I definitely got to tip your hat to at least being, consistent in my experience and always accessible and, again, offering, good services. And
hey, man, appreciate you, man.
All good. And I've tried to tip off some friends and family, to said goods and said services, and they, sign up for the email list and then, see the contribution, donation request requirement. I'm like, man, that's too much. And it's like, exactly what is your family and your future worth to you? And that's a rhetorical question. Like, you got to really ask yourself that. And it trips me out the amount of people that are not willing to invest, substantially in their private education and would rather, suffer with that Fed coin that you were talking about earlier as the individual.
Man, here it comes. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you've been talking about it for a while. Two things I wanted to bring up. There's, I think it's a Justin Timberlake movie, and it's called like Out of Time, where it's a very similar concept. You get credits to your little wristwatch or whatever. And,
oh, yup. And they had different zones in the cities, and you had man, what was it? It was the credits was your life, was how long you lived and stuff, right?
Time.
And the tolls to get through the cities to the rich part cost your life, and people will run around with millions of years and stuff. That's the one you talking about?
That's the rapper. That's absolutely it.
Yeah, I saw that one. That one was cold. I think Yusuf put me onto that movie. Yusuf was like, man, yeah, that movie cold or something. Pretty sure it was Yusuf that put me onto that movie.
It's definitely in the vein of stuff that he suggested movie-wise. And, yeah, there's just, when you were talking about that, and I forget how you phrased it, but it was like the expiring digital dollar or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And by now it just disappears.
Oh, yeah, hey, if you, definitely, why not? If you don't spend it, you lose it.
Right.
You gotta. It's like a time limit. They're gonna put a time limit on you, just like how coupons expire. Your balance expires. A portion of your balance expires in 15 days. Please use your credits, otherwise you will lose them. Here is a list of things you can buy with your credits. They're gonna send it in an email, man. It's gonna be pictures. It's gonna be gorgeous.
Right. And then the other thing I wanted to ask you about is you were talking, was it Bank of America or Wells Fargo, where you said something like the headline said one thing, and as you were reading the article, you ended up saying like they were reporting losses, and then in the article it was an operational loss, and that's two different things, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It was, I think it was Bank of America or U.S. Bank, yes.
Okay. Well, you and your people have got me on reading books and looking up differences in legal and banking dictionaries.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed that there was little nuance. We've been talking about the squirreliness in the headline versus what they're actually saying and numbers being adjusted. Here's our projection, here's the numbers, and then the next quarter, oops, we got to adjust the numbers type stuff. So
right.
I want to let you know that was something that stuck out to me in current events.
Yep, and just the main thing is that they making noise. So this is the precursor for the Fed coin, because the banks, you're gonna see that the banks aren't going to be cooperative with the next round of stimulus like they were the last time. So it's going to be the precursor and the setup. It's going to, the alley-oop. The alley-oop when you throw. This is the alley-oop ready for the dunk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, well, the banks, they lost money, and they don't want to participate in the funding, and a lot of people didn't get their checks and stuff, and, only rich people got funding from the banks, so we're going to give you guys a Fed wallet. So everybody gets their money and everybody gets their funding. But yeah, nuances to the language itself, but the whole point that I'm putting it out is this, to me, I see it as the beginnings of the rumblings of the banks not being down with the stimulus anymore, which is going to be the impetus for them to push this whole Fed wallet. Here it comes. But yeah, you're right. Yep. Operational loss. That's different than just a straight loss.
Well, and one more question I got for you, I guess, since you just said that, because they don't like the stimulus, but my history could be off because I was not really an A student or anything like that. Wasn't there a situation back in, within the past 2-3 presidents where the whole economy kind of tanked on the corporate Wall Street area and banks got what they call bailouts? And there's this phrase, too big to fail. Am I making that up?
No, I remember that. I do recall that, yeah.
So they were cool with that stimulus, but...
Well, they can't... You got to remember, then the Occupy Wall Street movement popped off after that. Mm-hmm. So now this time around, they're making sure they're giving money directly to the people. Like they know they can't do that again. And then they got food storming the Capitol. They ain't finna try to pull nothing like that again, bro. It's not gonna happen. No.
Well, I mean, I just want to bring it up because sometimes you got some younger people mixed in your audience that might not remember what they were doing when that was happening, but that did happen, and maybe go check that out. And
right,
how the banks and executives are not keeping that same energy.
Right.
We need more money, 10, 12 years ago, and now, we ain't giving y'all no money. We need to see where you spend your money. Show us the receipts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean...
Not a great show, man.
Hey, man, thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro. You've been down for a while.
Last minute. I mean, I've been trying.
For a while.
Upset about missing out on that mastermind. So if there's any of them listening, can I get hazed into the fraternity? I'll swallow goldfish. What's up?
I'll swallow a goldfish. Yeah, I mean, there might be email secretary. That's what I would do. I suggest you email the secretary. Because then it'll be presented to the board, and because I can't, I'm not finna strong arm the board, but I'll put in a good word. Like, I know that brother. He's thorough.
Right. Then hey, go listen to the the archive listeners. I've been on shows for some years now. I hadn't heard from my kinfolk though for a minute though. What's going on with what's the deal with Daryl from Brown?
And I'm glad you mentioned that. I talked to Daryl. He called me a couple days ago. We chopped it up for about a half hour, 40 minutes. And he said to say every peace to everybody. He loves everybody. And he just been listening to the archive shows, and he been focusing on his family right now. But he said he listens to the shows and he appreciates when people shout him out. It makes him feel real good and, humbled. But yeah, he said he's just handling his business, and he actually asked me to tell everybody that. So yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up, man, because I forgot.
Yeah, there's a couple other folks but yeah, don't want to take up all the time on the line, but definitely appreciate the efforts that you and now you're growing and expanding family are doing, and doing some big things and going across these platforms, definitely helping quite a few other people and helping sort of extend and expand that network within the already established family. Good looking.
Appreciate it, man, and yeah, man, let people know, and just let's get people as many people involved as that are interested. I need all the help that I can get to spread this message. So I appreciate your help. I appreciate everyone's help. So, man, thank you very much, family.
You're very welcome. Have a good one, man. Peace to you and yours.
Man, you as well. Peace to you and yours. Appreciate the brother. Look, what time is it? Oh, guess what? Oh, you already know. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Look, you pressing one. Look at that. Look, I know. I'm so sorry. I be feeling so bad when I don't be taking all y'all calls. But man, I used to be on here for like 2.5 hours. Plus, I was on Clubhouse last night until like 4 a.m. and I got on there at 8 p.m. Man. So I'm good. I'm done. I'm putting in work for y'all. I'm grinding for the fam. I hope y'all appreciate it, and I hope you understand that I'm out. I'm out. No more calls. But I love you. And I'm trying to pancake toes, especially government toes, telling y'all about this Fed coin. So I trust that you were able to pick up what I was putting down. Maybe you understood the severity of the situation and are looking to make a change. Maybe put yourself, your family, your state in a position of privacy, so when we start dealing with these situations and Fed coin wallets and stuff that lack privacy protections, all they're seeing is a trust. All they're seeing is an LLC. They're not seeing anything individual. And when you're dealing with a private contract trust, no state can pass any law impairing the obligation of contract, so it doesn't matter what it was, what the transaction was. The contract indenture says that was an expense, allowable. So if you're saying that it's not and you're trying to penalize the trust with the Fed coin wallet, it sounds like you're attempting to impair the obligation of a contract. I don't see that going anywhere. That's the base. It's in the foundational documents of this country known as the Constitution. And, I don't see the wealthy in this country legislating against themselves and the entities that they use. And how can you? It's contract. So with that being said, I trust that I was able to bring some awareness to this topic, to the family of the foundation, this foundation family, and it's nothing to be scared of. It's nothing to worry about. It's just, feel a certain way, do something, It's like when I was growing up, do something. It's all about what you do, and it's all about what you don't do. So, stay positive, assess real threats, but make sure that you're making moves that are putting you in the right situation as well as your family. And with that being said, man, I trust y'all. Have a great week. I appreciate you checking out the show. I appreciate you being down. I appreciate you being open to learning something new and taking the time out of your life to invest in your private education. I invite you to check out welcometothefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list. Check out, the offerings that we offer. Grab some free PDFs. Just do your dance. If you're interested in the Discord server, checking us out on Clubhouse, email secretary at welcometothefoundation.com. You're going to get taken care of. You want a consultation, you want to inquire with regards to trustee training, email me, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. And with that being said, I'm out. I love y'all. Y'all have a great week. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Be nice to yourself and those you care about. Make sure you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night. And I'll catch you next week on The Foundation. This is the hottest radio network on the planet, High Frequency Radio Network. I'm your host, Sot of The Foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network, and it is my pleasure to be able to share this information with you each and every week on The Foundation. I'll catch you next week. Y'all be safe. Take care of yourself. Like I said, enjoy yourself. Once again, 10 things you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night. And I'll check you out on the next episode of The Foundation. Peace to the gods.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.